Hello everyone, welcome to another new video where we talk about mitigating LLM hallucination. What is hallucination? So we all know when we are using ChatGPT, it gives us an answer that looks like real, but it is not actually real. And this is a very big problem for the people who are not aware of that particular domain may accept it as correct, but it may not be correct and it may cause a lot of issues regarding that. And effective management of these hallucinations in these large language model is very important, specifically to make sure that these types of hallucinations are in control. And how this is happening, we will have a look in the next slide. If you can see in details, there can be lot of input experimentation. It is very iterative and manual. As you can see, there are a lot of things that make sure that the large language model is working properly. The parameters, the prompt template, the chains, the RAG parameters, the context data for fine tuning, and many more. And how do we evaluate whether that large language model is it working fine or not? Mostly it is by eyeballing to just check whether this prompt is doing better than this prompt. Text, whatever output it may be, the text summarization, text generation, the chat, question answer, and whatever is it. So it is a very important process to understand that these things happen. Why the hallucination happens? There are a lot of reasons. The first one reason it is the incomplete or noisy training data that introduces bias and inaccuracies into the LLM output, leading to generation of misleading content that looks like true but it is not. There has been some legal case that happened recently, wherein the lawyer had given a submitted the case details, and the judge told that these things never actually happened. And then when the judge came to know that this case submission has come from ChatGPT, and it was looking so real that, but it actually never happened. And then because of this, the lawyer who submitted this, his license was cancelled for life. And it never use these types of things, but in real life scenario these apps has to be controlled. And here what we have to understand that why the designing of these applications, ambiguous or vague prompts or questions may lead to misrepresentation by these LLMs, resulting in inaccurate or irrelevant responses. Providing clear and specific prompts can really minimize the occurrences of these type of hallucinations at the mere minimum things that are there. There are a lot of other causes of hallucinations, like limited token processing capacity may impede the understanding of complex input, increasing the likelihood of generating these hallucinations. In enhancing these token processing capabilities can really improve the LLM's ability to comprehend and respond accurately to complex inputs that are there. Plus, these inherent limitations of statistical models that make LLM more susceptible to make educated guesses based on patterns of these data. And this continuous refinement and improvement of LLM through advanced algorithm and techniques can really mitigate the cause of these hallucinations. So many things are there other than the normal RAG that we look into, and statistical models are also very important. And some of the steps that we can take, and here where data scientists come into the picture, we can utilize domain specific LLMs. So we are moving from general purpose LLMs like GPT-3, Llama 2 to domain specific LLMs tailored to specific data domain that can mitigate hallucination by focusing on relevant information and reducing the reliance on irrelevant data sources that come across when you use the whole wide web that is there. Providing a clear and unambiguous prompt. This is more of the when we talk about prompt template designings, or questions that can help LLM generate more accurate response, minimize the occurrences of hallucination caused by misinterpretations that are there. So these things are very important. That's why we need to spend time in writing an amazing prompt template. and also some of the things that we discussed about token processing capabilities through advancement in the NLP techniques, and that can really enhance the LLM comprehension of these complex inputs that is there, and also refining and updating the LLM through iterative training. Here fine tuning comes into the picture, LoRa technique and all those things, where you can improve the process, incorporate feedback from real world usages, and this can really address the inherent limitations and biases, thereby improving the overall reliability and trustworthiness of these LLM outputs, which is our major output that we want to get, major objective of this whole video that is there. And some of the conclusions and the takeaways from this session is, we need to really effective way of managing these hallucinations in LLM is very, very crucial for LLM based applications for real businesses. You cannot get a customer hallucinate an output. There was a case with Air Canada wherein a cooked up refund policy was being generated by the Air Canada customer chatbot. The later on, when the customer asked for this refund, they told that it was an error and it was just generated by AI. But he has put a case, and actually the Air Canada cannot just tell it is an AI output, because they have deployed it and they have to be responsible for this, and they had to finally give him a refund of whatever the AI cooked up. And so these things are very, very important for business, not only the dollar loss but the credibility loss that happens. And understanding the causes of these LLM hallucinations, implementing methods for quantitative evaluation, and devising strategy for mitigation are very, very important to make sure that these reliability and trustworthiness of these LLMs generated outputs are there for businesses, for B2B, B2G, and even B2C facing things that are there. Now we are having a webinar this particular Monday at 10 p.m. The link is going to be shared in the comment below. When you go to our nash.io/artificial intelligence portal, you will be able to see this particular webinar details, where we are going to learn more about these things, right? You are going to learn for these strategies for identifying and managing these hallucinations in real time, best practices for training and fine tuning LLM to improve the accuracy so that the hallucination does not happen. What is the technique of for the prompt engineering to minimize the incorrect output that we are looking into, approaches that are there for integrating human oversight, like how you can do labeling to make sure that these things don't occur more, the feedback mechanism that we have, positive for good, negative for down, and insight into the future of AI safety and ethic, focusing on reliability. So this is going to be happen. So we are collaborated with Single Store, and we are helping them reach out to the community. So this link is there, please do register. You will learn a lot of things from the expert guest speakers who are not only going to talk about this and also show some real-time use cases and examples, how you can make sure that these large language models are controlled and this accuracy is maintained. Whatever output you are getting should be in a controlled way. It should be a amazing opportunity for you to learn live from these expert seekers. Now if it is late for you, you cannot attend it live, so do also register for this. You will get a personalized Zoom link, recording, and all those details as well, which you can see at your own convenience. These things are very, very important. Lot of companies are and individuals are building LLM based applications, but we need to control these hallucinations. What is the right balance to tell that we don't know? That is much, much better than hallucinating and giving a fact that can be wrong, which causes more credibility. So this is like false positive. You give, better not to give a answer if you don't know whether it is 100% accurate, and it is coming from a proper fact-based knowledge that is being fine-tuned to that particular domain which we have talked about earlier. So do register and see you in the webinar at 10 p.m. Gulf time, 10 a.m. PST, 11:30 p.m. India time, and have a great learning. The details will be there in the description. Any questions, put it down in the comment. Do like and subscribe the channel for more such updates in the future.